Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you some more water marble patterns. This is my second video on water marble patterns. If you haven't seen the first one, here is the link to that video. Most of the colors I've used are suggested by you guys, so if you have any more suggestions of color combinations for my future videos, you can leave them in the comments below. The container I'm using is a glass candle holder, but you can use any cylindrical shaped container as long as it's not a polystyrene cup. Kinsey wanted me to mention that because she said she had an incident with them. So thanks for sharing that tip with us. Fill your cup to the top with room temperature tap water or filtered water if that works better for you. Get all your colors open and ready to drip. For the first pattern, I'm using pink and brown. Start dripping them into the water and wait for it to spread before you place the next drop. Keep alternating the colors until you have a few rings ready. Not all nail polish will work for water marbling, so if yours don't spread as easily as mine does, try another color and see if that works better. We want to work quite quickly here. If you wait too long, the nail polish will dry up and it will prevent you from dragging the designs. Use the smaller starting tool or a pointy stick. Going from the center, drag two lines towards the top and bottom of the cup. Then drag horizontal lines back and forth across the first two lines to create our first pattern. You can follow the pattern map for directions. Make sure you have some wipes handy and wipe off the excess polish from the tip of your stick after each line so it doesn't create too much build-up and ruin your pattern. If you have trouble dragging from the edges, start a couple rings in. The outer rings tends to dry up quicker than the rest. I've made a little cutout here roughly the same size as my fingernail. Move that over the design to get an idea of which section you want to transfer onto your nails. Once you've decided, get your nails ready and dip them in. Hold it in the water and slightly blow onto the surface to dry up the leftover nail polish. Use a cotton bud to scoop away the unwanted sections. Once the coast is clear, take your nail out. And there you have it, our first design. See? Pretty easy, right? If you are doing it on your real nails, then check out my previous water marble tutorial to see how to tape your fingers to prevent making a mess with your nail polish. With this particular pattern, if you did the same steps but create your horizontal lines more closely to each other, then it will come out with a slightly different look. Onto the second pattern, I'm using the colors blue, black and grey. Marissa, Kai and Julie all suggested silver, but my silver polish doesn't work for water marbling, so I improvised and used a grey color instead. So starting with the same two lines as the previous pattern, drag two lines towards the top and bottom of the cup. Then drag two vertical lines on either side going all the way to the bottom. Next, drag a few horizontal lines going in the same direction to create this second pattern. Have a look through the cutout and decide on a spot you like. With a pattern like this, you could either go vertical or horizontal. Dip your nails in and it should come out looking something like this. Moving on to the third pattern, I'm using the colors green, yellow and white. And these lovely people suggested them, so thank you very much. My yellow nail polish is kind of pale and the formula was not that good, so I went with a neon color instead. I think it makes the design more vibrant looking. Anyway, so this pattern pretty much has the same exact steps as the first pattern, but I'm going to add some more lines onto it. So this is where we ended up from before. Look familiar? Now add a straight line down the middle. Then two more lines beside that one. So we're basically adding three more lines on top of the first pattern from before. Looking through the cutout, you can see that we can probably get some good leaf looking designs out of this pattern, especially since we included a green color. So now dip your nails in the water. Sometimes you can even dip more than one nail in at a time to save on nail polish. If you are dipping your fingers in instead, You can probably do 3 or 4 nails at once, depending on how big your cup is. For the next pattern, I'm using pink, purple and white, suggested by Fanny and Cherry. I changed the order of the colors and just added my final drop with a white polish. Make sure the white spreads out a little before you start. Drag 4 lines going towards the edge of the cup. Then drag 4 lines going into the center in between the first 4 lines. Next, starting on the outside, draw curved lines going into the center. If the nail polish moves around when you drag, you can anchor them to the side of the cup to help hold it in place. Dip your stick into the water to make a clean point. I did one more big swirl starting from the outside rings going into the center to complete this pattern. This particular design does take a few more steps to create, but the more lines you do, the more detailed your pattern will be. So just play around with it and see if you can create something even more unique. When you take out the nail, this is how it turns out. Finally, the last pattern for today, I'm just going to use pink and purple. There were lots of requests for pinks and purples, so that's what I used. This is a simple one, but it's probably my favorite out of today's batch of patterns. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. The 2 nail polish colors I used worked flawlessly. See how beautiful it spreads? Once you add in your last drop, start from the top, drag a huge anti-clockwise swirl cutting through some of the lines towards the center of the cup. Then start from the bottom and do another swirl in the same direction, finishing in the center. Then drag 2 more swirls starting from 4 o'clock and 2 o'clock and again end up in the center. Grab your cutout and have a look through them. You can turn the cup around to a more convenient direction before you dip your nails in. Since this pattern is all about the swirl, we're just going to dip it in the middle, and here is what it looks like. Once you're done, you can add a layer of top coat to protect your design, and you can use nail glue or double-sided nail stickers to secure the fake nail onto your real nails for an instant manicure. This is one of the designs from my previous water marble pattern video. If you like this video, please rate it, share it and add it to your favorite playlist. Please subscribe for updates. I upload new videos every Thursday. I've also uploaded some more videos on my second channel if you want to check them out as well. Thank you for watching!